It's the Cozy Rainbow Podcast time.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Cozy Rainbow Podcast. My name is Tammy, but my students know me as Miss Tammy.
My name is Joe, and I'm not going to be facetious or contrarian. I just like hot dogs.
Awesome. Yeah, today we're talking about hot dogs. So let's get into some trivia questions. Number 1, Joe, which city was not involved with the origins and history of hot dogs? Is it A, Vienna, Austria, B, Frankfurt, Kentucky, C, Coney Island, New York, or D, Frankfurt, Germany?
Frankfurt, Kentucky?
And what's that guess based off of?
Well, you see, Frankfurt, another name for hot dog is Frankfurter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a thing that comes from Germany.
Ah.
And the one in Virginia is named after the one in Germany.
In Virginia?
Kentucky. The one in Kentucky was named after the one in Germany. Which makes me think it's significantly younger.
Ooh, that's a
and
good
therefore
guess.
very
Even though hot
uninvolved
dogs are like an American food.
What do you mean hot dogs are American food? There are no American foods. They're all imports. Except for, good old... Actually, not even good old fry bread. That's also kind of... That was invented after the... Whatever. There are no American foods. They're all imports.
People, like, most foods are not invented by somebody. If I've learned something on Cozy Rainbow Podcast, it's usually a collaboration. Okay, number 2. This question is weird. Which religion influenced the popularization of all beef hot dogs? Is it A, Buddhism, B, Judaism, C, Christianity, or D, Islam?
They all kind of have pardon the expression, but they all kind of have a beef with...
With beef?
Not with beef, but with like eating certain
like,
things in certain ways and
funny,
on certain days and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that Christianity is the least stringent on all that stuff, and therefore is the culprit.
Oh, you think religion? I mean, so you think Christianity popularized all beef hot dogs?
It was.
That's your answer.
It was Christianity in the foyer with the candlestick.
Okay, all right. And number 3 is a little bit different. It's not a true or false, Joe. It's just a question for you, discussion question. Do you think hot dogs are sandwiches?
Like hot dog in a hot dog bun?
A hot dog in a hot dog bun. Is it a sandwich?
Well, if you have to categorize hot dogs as something, then yeah, a sandwich is probably the best thing to say that they are.
But what if you don't have to categorize hot dogs as something? What if somebody's just
asking you? Then I call it a hot dog.
So no. Are hot dog sandwiches?
Yes, sandwich is a convenient category for hot dogs to be in.
I don't think they are.
Why do you say that?
Because the bun is connected. Once your bun breaks on your hot dog, then it's a sandwich.
Right, so like at Subway, when they don't cut the sandwich all the way, when they don't cut the sub all the way through, it's not a sandwich.
Well, what would you call that bread?
Bread.
Just bread. Yeah, I mean, you call it a sub, you call it a bread, but a hot dog bun, you don't call it bread, you call it the bun.
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
Yes.
Right, but hamburgers are served on buns.
Yeah, that are sliced all the way through. You never see a hamburger that's the bun is half together still. That's a hot dog.
Huh.
Do you agree?
No.
I think... What? What do you mean? What? Fine. What do you think? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Okay, no, let me rephrase this.
Okay.
If a hot dog is not a sandwich, then what category would you slot it into?
Snack.
How very descriptive.
Yep.
That's
A hot dog.
a worthless categorization because
Okay,
it means
I
literally
feel
anything.
like a hot dog is its own category.
Right. Okay. Then what else fits into the category of hot dogs?
Polish dogs.
Uh huh.
Um, anything that's in like a cylinder shape that you put inside of like a bun.
So Euro's a hot dog.
No,
So burrito's a hot dog.
no, burritos all the way. There's a burritos also its own category.
So taco's a hot dog.
No, tacos its own category.
You seem to have a lot of their own categories.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you? But
So then, what's the point of asking if anything's a sandwich? I mean, like, what is the
I'm
sub?
just asking what you think.
I think a sandwich is a pretty good category to slip hot dogs into if you're gonna slip a hot dog into a category,
Okay. All right, fine.
as opposed to referring to something in a very specific way, such as specifying that this hot dog is a hot dog, and not just, you know, something vaguer like a sandwich. What do you feel like? Oh, I feel like a sandwich.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't think that corn dogs are sandwiches.
Well, that's probably a fair assessment, really, because it's it's on a stick.
Yeah, we're not even talking about corn dogs today. So,
Oh, what?
yeah,
Okay,
no
all right.
corn dogs.
No, all right.
That's a whole different episode. Just kidding.
Cool.
All right.
Oh,
I haven't said that we're going to have a break yet. So after this quick break, we're going to get into the answers to those trivia questions. Except for if hot dogs are sandwiches, there really is no answer to that. But just be thinking about it. Okay, we're back. And I'm going to start with some fun facts about hot dogs. Okay, my first fun fact is that there is a council for hot dogs called the National Hot Dog Sausage Council.
national?
National.
What nation?
America. Duh.
Oh,
Yeah.
hmm.
People eat 7 billion hot dogs that's crazy. Between Memorial Day and Labor Day. That's 462 days. And 15 million hot dogs eaten daily.
Huh. Well, like in the U.S. or just the whole world?
You know what? I want to say it's the whole world, but considering how it's Memorial Day and Labor Day, I'm
Oh.
going to say America.
Yeah.
That seems
Yeah.
messed up. 15 million hot dogs a day.
Messed up is what? What do you mean messed up?
Like, I don't know, eat some carrots or like vegetables
Yeah. Like you do. And then
the rest of the year.
whatever.
Okay, yeah. National Hot Dog Month is in July. And this one is super wacky. McDonald's started as a hot dog stand. The two McDonald brothers originally opened a hot dog stand in the 1930s. It was before McDonald's. Hot dogs walked, so McDonald's burgers could run. Okay, going way back. to German hot dogs.
The originals.
Yeah, the kind of.
What I mean when I say hot dogs are imports,
Right.
and other such American foods are imports.
Well, we're talking about sausages here. So sausage dates as far back as the 9th century BC. Have you read the Odyssey?
Well, not personally, but I've heard about it.
Really?
A lot. Yeah.
Oh my god, I had to read the Odyssey. Ugh. Anyway.
That's upsetting.
Yeah. They talk about hot dogs. I mean, not. They talk about sausage.
And so Odysseus ateth of the hot dog.
A blood sausage. Yeah. Eighth of the hot dog.
Or what? Like, old Theseus ate his hot dog while Odysseus made everyone else chuck their hot dogs into the ocean as an offering to Poseidon, who was still not pleased. See, she laughs because she read the Odyssey.
No, I'm laughing because I have read the Odyssey, but like you said that you haven't, and you are still making, it seems like you have a better understanding of the Odyssey than I
I'm
do.
familiar with the Odyssey.
I couldn't even have told you the main character who named Odysseus. You think it would be easy to remember.
Who'd you think was the main character? Homer?
Homer. Homer's the author. But I think I would have answered that if I don't know.
I can't believe it.
Maybe I don't have enough faith in myself. Okay. So the hot dog was not invented until hundreds of years after the Odyssey came out.
But there was a sausage like food object. In
Yeah,
there.
but sausages, yeah, they've been around. Who invented the hot dog? Well, the invention of the hot dog, it goes back to Frankfurt, Germany in the 1600s, where Frankfurters celebrated their 500th birthday in 1987.
That's
Shocking?
That's a good amount of time ago for a 500th birthday.
Right. Yeah. So
I mean, maybe not like with respect to the 500 part, but like, that's a healthy like 40 years at this point. So like,
celebrating number 540 or whatever. Okay.
it's a lot for me.
Yeah, I think it's a lot too. So good for Germany. Good job, Frankfurt.
Who's not but half that old.
Another name for the sausages was Dachshund sausages due to their
Oh
similarity
no! Oh no!
to the maybe okay, you know what? I did not even consider this. But people are always like questioning the validity of the meat inside of a hot dog, and maybe the whole Dachshund sausages is why. Anyway, that's the wiener dog. It's the dogs that look like wieners, and the hot dogs were named after them. It's like the chicken or the egg, right?
Well, I mean, not really.
Wiener dog or the sausage?
They did not breed Dachshunds to look like hot dogs.
What if they did, though? That'd be funny. Actually, no, it wouldn't be funny. That would be sad because that dog breed actually has a lot of health issues.
Don't they all?
Oh. Okay. Austrian hot dogs. Germany's neighbor, the country of Austria, also claims the invention of the hot dog. This is funny.
Of course.
Okay. Due to the origin of the word wiener. Vienna is pronounced like Wien in German. So Vienna is the capital of Austria. Wien. The official language in Germany and Austria is German.
Wien.
Wien. Yeah, so that's like Wiener. Wiener dog. So Frankfurters, Wiener sausages, or Vienna sausages originate from Europe. That much we can say. But what about that all-American hot dog? Well,
you see.
you see.
In 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
No, Charles Feltman was a baker.
Charles Feltman sailed the ocean blue. No.
Well, he did actually, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, he did.
Duh. How did he get to America?
How did he get to America? Yeah. He was not an indigenous tribe member. No, he was from Germany. Shocking. The birthplace of the Frankfurter. Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No, not allegedly. I mean, yeah, sure, I guess, but
Austria. Oh, Cozy Rainbow backs Germany for the invention of the hot dog. You heard it here first, folks.
Okay. Okay, Charles Feltman, he was a baker and a pie maker who immigrated from Germany to New York when he was 15. Coney Island, New York, started to become a very popular tourist destination in 1829. Unfortunately, Charles's pies were not selling well on the beach. So I'm just laughing because, like, have you ever imagine there's somebody selling pies on the beach? Like, are you going to buy that? No, that'll make you bloated. You don't want a pie on the beach.
Oh.
He was trying to sell, he was a baker. He made pies. He was
You've got
a pie
a very
maker.
sensitive digestive system.
You would buy a slice of pie on the beach?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm a strapping young lad. I can eat a pie on the beach. Like
You could, but would you? Like if there's like ice cream
Yes.
next door. Ice cream or pie on the beach, Joe. Come on.
They had like a key lime pie in a freezer.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
You know, crack on a bottle of water, have a key lime pie on the beach. That sounds like a good time.
Well, his pies weren't selling well, Joe, so he came up with a new idea to sell sausages wrapped in a bun, topped with mustard and sauerkraut. The business was a hit. Feltman installed a tiny charcoal stove onto his cart that was formerly meant only for selling pies. Thanks to Charles's innovative idea to serve food from a small cart, he sold thousands of hot dogs in his first year of business. The hot dogs served on Charles's cart were traditional hot dogs made of pork and beef, like traditional German sausages.
Just Just pork and beef. That's as descriptive as we're getting.
Yes, pork and beef sausages, like Germany. However,
All right.
today's hot dogs are made of beef, usually. All beef due to the influence of Jewish American butchers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. That checks out.
Yeah,
of
due to
course.
kosher eating restrictions. Or not even eating restrictions, but kosher restrictions when it comes to butchering. So kosher is a type of Jewish eating. So certain foods like pork are not eaten. Kosher eating is a way that some Jewish people pay respect to the earth and everything that lives on it.
In retrospect, it's a little dumb of me to go with the one that has very little restrictions to my knowledge.
Yeah, but it's good to be wrong sometimes. Otherwise,
Yeah.
that means my questions aren't good enough.
What?
I'm not, honestly, listeners, I don't write my questions. I mean, I write my questions, for children to answer. However, you have to keep in mind that
You have to keep in mind that Joe's pretty smart, and I gotta trick him sometimes.
Yes, I'm
Oh, you're
constantly
kidding.
trying to trick Joe. What would you do if it was your little brother that you were doing a podcast with? Give him the right answer? Make it easy for him? Nah. Okay, kosher hot dogs. Nathan Handwerker, a Polish and Jewish immigrant, opened a competing hot dog stand to Charles Feltman in 1916. Handwerker originally worked for Feltman as a bun slicer.
Oh, intense job.
Yeah, so that's Nathan Handwerker. Nathan's restaurant blossomed into Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs. Heard of them?
Maybe.
What, really? They're around today.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Due to their success as a grab-and-go business, Feltman's restaurant was largely successful and he expanded his business, opening a sit-down restaurant and other businesses to appeal to the tourists at Coney Island. Okay, yeah. So if you didn't catch that, because I'm like using their first and last names. So Charles Feltman was the original hot dog from Germany. The original hot dog he was, and he opened up a lot of different businesses, and he opened up a sit-down restaurant. Versus Nathan's Hot Dogs is like the grab and go. Okay.
The drive-through, but for your legs.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The Coney Island Hot Dog Eating Contest.
Oh boy.
Nathan's Hot Dogs hosts a hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July every summer in Coney Island. So no wonder why that number is so high. Because they're knocking out a ton right here.
Yeah, that would.
That accounts for at least some of those hot dogs.
Well, I mean, I feel like the entire population of New York could outdo, the what, like 20, 30 people doing the hot dog eating contest or whatever. I don't actually know.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean,
don't know.
Well, actually, we're gonna get into it a little bit. I'm gonna give you some lore
Okay.
about the hot dog eating contest.
All right.
I fell down a rabbit hole here. Okay.
Oh boy.
The first contest that was reported, it was in the New York Times in 1972. The winner ate 14 hot dogs in 3.5 minutes. The prize was 40 more hot dogs.
I see.
However, in a book called Horsemen of the Esophagus, love the name, please.
Well, like horsemen isn't like what, like jockeys or like,
The Horsemen of the Esophagus.
or is that like a pun?
I think it's a pun.
Okay.
What is it called? What is it a pun on? Now I can't even remember. The Horsemen.
The Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
The Horsemen. Okay. The Horsemen of the Esophagus, a nonfiction book about competitive eating. The author writes the original winner of the contest was in 1916. And this is what kicked off the contest before immigrants started to eat hot dogs to prove who was the most American.
What
What a great way to prove it.
Hey, international listeners. Please,
No.
please be nice. Don't make fun of us.
Don't make fun. Who's the most American? Okay. A hot dog eating contest champion. So ever since those immigrants decided to eat hot dogs competitively, it kind of just kicked something off. So the most recent winners of the hot dog eating contest are a man named Joey Chestnut and a woman named Mickey Sudo. The Pepto-Bismol pink belt is awarded to... Sorry, I guess I should have led with the mustard yellow belt. The mustard yellow belt, I believe, is what the first place gets.
That logically, it's like, oh yeah, the champion's belt. That's a thing that happens. That like champions, they get a belt.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
but like in my head, like a like a martial
You
arts
just
belt. You've promoted from your white belt to your
Your
Pepto-Bismol
Pepto-Bismol
pink belt.
Okay, honestly, I wouldn't have mentioned the Pepto-Bismol pink. Like, whatever, who cares, right?
I
Except
care. That's funny.
it is funny, but here's why I mentioned it. There's a lot of funny things when it comes to hot dogs. Okay, it's a humorous topic, but it's funny. Not only funny, but also Pepto-Bismol, a feminist icon for sponsoring the women's category of hot dog eating. So there was no women's award before. There used to only be the mustard yellow belt until Pepto-Bismol came along and said, this is gender inequality. We need a women's winner. Here's the Pepto-Bismol pink belt.
They give the girls the stomach medication and the men more mustard.
I guess. I mean, I don't actually. I wonder how Pepto-Bismol got into that.
It's right up their alley.
It's right. Yeah, I'm like, I guess that makes sense why maybe people need Pepto-Bismol after
Oh,
the contest.
boy.
There's so many layers to this. Okay. It gets even better, Joe. Joey Chestnut and Mickey Sudo have both held the title of hot dog eating champion since 2013.
Oh, they don't get it. They don't. The title of hot dog eating champion isn't like sillier.
What did I call them?
No. The official name is hot dog eating champion and not something silly like.
Oh, you could call them the winner of the mustard yellow belt. Pepto, what, I don't know. I guess okay. But yeah, before there was Joey Chestnut, there was Takeru Kobayashi.
Oh no.
Yes, and Kobayashi was a Japanese competitive eater.
Oh no.
He was kicked out of the contest. Yeah, well, it's nothing crazy, okay? He refused to sign a contract with the competitive eating league that was hosting the competition. So, in spite, Kobayashi hosted his own hot dog eating contest that year where he beat Joey Chestnut's record by 7. And in case you're wondering, Joey Chestnut's record is 76 hot dogs.
Is it still in 3 minutes?
No, God, no, that's not even possible. That would be more than 1 hot dog per second. Wait, would it? No, it wouldn't.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't.
I don't know why. Okay, anyway. But yeah, I found that to be super fascinating. Like, imagine you get kicked out of the contest. Well, I mean, like, okay, good for Kobayashi because he shouldn't have to sign the contract. But to get kicked out of the contest and then
The power
and then
move
host
to put on your own contest
to put on your
instead.
own and then one up the guy who won by not even just one. I guess I could say he 7-upped him, and then they should get 7-Up to sponsor
Very
the clear belt.
American.
Maybe agree 7-Up. Okay, all right, fine. I guess you could say this is another fun fact. I should have put this in the fun fact section, but Chicago-style hot dogs started to be offered during the Great Depression because they started putting all these crazy toppings on the hot dogs. And it was kind of like a cheap meal to eat. Okay?
So Chicago dogs are a mess because
yes,
because they had
because
to be.
it was depressing during the Great Depression. And the only way they could have fun was a messy hot dog.
I feel like we should be a little more careful though with talking about Chicago dogs.
Well, that's all I have about Chicago dogs. That's why I said it should be a fun fact. Okay, I have some other questions, like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Wait, is a hot dog a sandwich? Joe, is Pop-Tart a ravioli?
What?
I actually kind of think yes on this one.
What defines a ravioli?
The shape.
I mean,
The etchings on the side. They both have flour.
but like, is being a pasta not a pretty important part of ravioli?
What makes a pasta?
Well, I don't know the specifics, but I mean,
What if I called a Pop-Tart a dessert ravioli?
I would call you strange for not just saying Pop-Tart.
Well,
Dessert ravioli describes exactly one dish, and that's Pop-Tarts.
is cereal soup.
In what regard? What?
Is cereal soup.
What on earth define soup is like broth made from animal stock broth And milk is not that.
Milk?
She furrowed her eyebrows very
Well,
meaningfully,
because I don't
as though
know-
she had a good point to make.
No, I don't know why you're bringing animal like broth into this.
Is that not a pretty important part of it?
vegetable broth? Any broth,
Yeah.
really.
All right. Well, how do you make a broth, Tammy?
You boil something down. What about the cold potato soup? I guess it's chilled afterwards. Okay, fine. Maybe cereal isn't soup. Is
Finally, we get one that's I can ambiguously convince Tammy it's a dumb question to ask.
is water wet?
Water has the ability to bestow
I think it is.
upon things the property of being wet. That's a silly question because what use if you could call water wet there's no way to change the state of water. If you think it's wet, then it's wet. And if you think it's not wet, then it's never going to be wet because it's water. You can't make water wet with itself.
Why is there dry ice? Can you get dry ice wet?
Well,
I don't know. Don't answer that. Or you can if you know the answer. I don't think that you do.
I don't know.
No, you don't know. Okay. Is cereal a salad where milk is the dressing? Okay, if you're I think is your cereal is either a soup or a salad
Would you pour
based
milk?
on how much milk you put in.
Would you pour milk on your salad as a dressing? Just straight milk out of the jug onto your salad?
No, I'd probably mix it with some other things first.
So then milk by itself is not a valid salad dressing.
Says you.
Says you. You just said you wouldn't put milk on your salad.
How deep can a pan be before it becomes a pot?
Well, you see, a pan has a handle, and a pot has two handles.
Okay.
So they're pretty mutually exclusive groups.
No, that's not true. I could show you a couple of pots that I have that have a long handle. It's like a hybrid.
Oh, so they're a hybrid. They're their own unique group that deserves its own
No,
name.
I
of
said
the
it's
category.
like a hybrid. I didn't say that it is.
Oh, so you're saying those are unambiguously pots.
Joe, how many inches deep does a pan need to be before it becomes a pot? Or are you saying that it's completely dependent upon
Now
the handle?
now this one I can't actually be that
Yeah.
I can't employ that much of the Socratic method on this one because I don't.
I'm sorry, you were employing the Socratic method.
Yes, the Socratic method where you just barrage someone with questions but actually this and until they just to help them iron out their own opinion on a subject, right?
Yeah.
Well, Socrates would go up to someone and say, "Hey, what's a horse?" And they'd be like, "Oh, I think it's a great big thing with legs." And it's like, "Well, so an elephant's a horse?" And no, I don't think an elephant's a horse. So I mean, I get he'd do that. That's what Socrates
you're
would do.
doing
That's why
to
they
me with
call
these
this
questions.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, this is my last one.
But I can't do that for the pot thing because I don't cook, so I don't know what a useful threshold for between a pan and a pot would be.
No, well, let me do it to you. You ask me. Is a pan a pot?
Tammy, at what point does at what height does something what was it? How deep does your stovetop
What?
ware have to be useful as a pot?
How deep does a pan need? I would say over 3 inches is a pot.
Very well.
That's it? You're not. I thought you were going to employ the Socratic. Wait, no, I was supposed to employ the Socratic method. Whatever.
Well, I trust you because I don't have much expertise in cooking with pots and stuff.
So you're saying I should do an episode about cooking and then you'll get the questions wrong. Like ramen. I'm trying to fool you. Okay. The last question, maybe not even worth reading, but it is a hot dog a taco? I say no. Yeah.
Being made on a tortilla is a pretty
Yeah,
necessary
exactly.
part of it. Well,
Yes. What? What do you mean well? Because I started agreeing with you.
Navajo taco. That's not really a tortilla.
Shots fired. I've heard that the Navajo, a fry bread, is like a sopapilla. Similar but different.
Well, okay, but then at that point, we needed to find a group for all these.
Okay, what if I call
flat circular breads? Can you make a taco on a gyro? I mean, a pita bread.
I know.
Can you
What
make a
if
taco on pita bread?
Is it a Greek taco? Is it? I mean, if anything,
Is a Greek taco a thing?
if anything, all of these things are tacos. So hot dog,
So if you make it on a-
German taco.
If you make it on a flat circular piece of bread, it's a taco. Is this something we can agree on?
Sure.
Right. So, and a hot dog bun is not flat and circular, therefore a hot dog is not a taco.
Boo. I want a German taco.
Well, that's your mistake for agreeing with me that a flat circular piece of bread is what makes a taco a taco.
Well, how flat does flat have to be? Because fry bread isn't that flat. It's got bubbles in it. This could just go on. So.
Does a hot dog bun have bubbles in it?
No, but it has crumbs.
Tammy, all bread leaves crumbs.
Not tortillas. Okay, let's go back over the trivia questions. Dude, tortillas don't leave crumbs.
This is your fault for asking
I know.
stupid questions like these.
Hey, they're just questions for fun. They're not stupid.
Well, they're not questions that need to be very deeply contemplated. You
Yeah,
know?
that's why they're fun. While some people are over here breaking their brains doing biology, philosophical debates, thinking about Socrates
You
and
can't make fun of me and call me like dumb for doing philosophical things. And then
I
like,
didn't say you were dumb. I just said I said it's fun.
well, some people are breaking their brains with philosophy. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
right
I
now?
didn't say it's dumb. I said your brain. Well, okay, maybe you're strengthening your brain. Fine. Number 1, back to the trivia questions.
Yeah.
You got this one right. Frankfort, Kentucky is not associated with the origins and history of hot dogs.
Yeah.
Number 2, what religion influenced the popularization of all beef hot dogs, Joe? Judaism, because they eat kosher.
They have a beef with pork.
Yeah, they don't eat pork. Okay, and the discussion question, you know what? I won't even say it again.
Hot dogs.
Are hot dogs a sandwich?
Hot dogs
Final
could
answer.
You'd be perfectly fine for considering a hot dog a sandwich. But you would probably do better if you just called it a hot dog.
And with that being said, if you would like to view scaffolded notes of this episode to keep track of all those years and maybe organize all the different cities, see them on a map, check out our website, cozyrainbow.org. We have some free activities. If you're a teacher, check us out on Teachers Pay Teachers.
If you're a teacher, I'd like to apologize for starting this debate about hot dogs and sandwiches in your classroom if you're playing us for your kids.
No, that was the point. You know what I mean? Have them write an essay arguing their stance. Get them up there in front of the class debating. You know, someone will rise a winner. And
Please be civil, children.
we need to know. We need this question answered. So you can email us. Email us, is a hot dog a sandwich? cozyrainbownv@gmail.com. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.